swirly style moon pattern. Then you are going to do the same thing with your name and period number and table number on the back. And then you are going to turn your paper around. And this time, if we know we're going to do a moon, we're going to want to start with a clean brush, and you're going to start in with your white. So I'm going to start with my moon on this side. I'm going to make it white, and I'm actually going to go bigger than my moon actually is going to be, because I'm going to use that area to blend. We want lots of paint. Now I'm coming in and I'm going to add a little bit of blue to my white, and that is going to be the next circle that I'm going to do. Notice how if I'm working with wet paint, as I get into those white areas, I can actually blend it so that it goes from my white moon, and then I have like a nice layer of light. Now I'm going to add a little bit more blue for my next layer, and I'm going to go in a circular motion. Remember, this is the circular swirly pattern. And I'm going to go in a circular motion, again, trying to surround this. Don't be afraid to use lots of paint. You're going to need this to be wet in order to blend it nicely. So I'm going to work with nice wet paint, and I'm going to work on swirling those colors together to make it look swirly. Here we go. I'm kind of liking that. And now I'm going to get darker as I go to my outsides. And again, we need to work wet, and we're working to the edges of our paper. So in a little bit more darker blue, and I'm going to get over here and blending that in, and a little darker blue again. And I know about here, I'm going to want to stop because I'm going to want to put my mountains in. So I'm not going to work much past that area right there. I got a little too dark there, then add a little bit more white to it. Again, there's nothing really that's going to get messed up, because you can just always go over it again if you need to. All right, now I'm getting in my dark, and I'm going to finish to the edges of my paper to where I want my mountains to come in. My mountains or hills are going to come in about here. So I'm going to paint my sky to about there. Okay, now I'm coming in with my dark. Almost running out, so I'm going to try to make this last. I might have to grab a little from here. If you run out of paint, just ask me for more. I'll come and give you some more to mix in. And I'm going to finish off my sky. So get that sky in again to the corners, and that is that. A little bit more I need here. So once I have my sky done in my swirly pattern, and I'm happy with the way my sky looks with my swirly moon. Maybe I don't love that so much. Let me see. I might need to go over that little area. Once you're happy with it and you're like, ooh, everything looks the way I want it to, now we're going to get a clean brush and we're going to start to work on the snow. This one has a little white on it from the last one I did, so I'll just use that. I'm going to get this, and I'm going to start my snowy mountains. And again, if these snowy mountains in the background mix with a little bit of blue, no big deal. They'll actually look cool. It'll look like they're in the distance. So don't worry if those first set have some blue in them. Even as we go down, if we have some blue mixed in with our white, it will look more interesting. So now I'm going to get some more white for the bottom. And even though this paper is white, we want to paint the entire paper, the entire page with your snow. So we're going to paint, paint, paint all the way to the edges and the bottom of this paper, so that we have this kind of effect of the snow that our silhouettes are going to sit on top of. Okay, so once you have your entire paper painted, your moon is in, everything is good, then you're going to take this and bring it to the drying rack and come back to wash your brushes.